coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Lawrence going to put it up right away. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Lawrence will throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. Shifts past him at the 45. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Sony Michel, his 1st carry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler from 8 yards out. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, You're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's rock and roll, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's do this. Let's ride, dog. Let's get some roll. Nothing's free. It's showtime, baby. Come on now. It's all like popcorn. Y'all got time. Let's go. That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. Let's hit it. Get it, baby. Do your thing. Gotta have it, baby. You gotta have it.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really...
And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now Herbert following the turnover. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle with Eckler. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Once more, here's Eckler. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Eckler. He is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free, and the Jags grab it. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. It's Eckler again. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Herbert. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Play action. It's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Touchdown. Gerald Everett, 40 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
Let's ride, dog. It's showtime, baby. Hey, what we got? Let's dominate this. Let's roll. I got my proper roll out for you. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Let's focus here, baby. Let's go do this thing, baby.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Jones has it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2, just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands, and yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's a throw again as Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Eckler now between the tackles. Shifts by him. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. ETN up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Flushed out right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert finding Williams once more, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams on the touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7.
Let's go now, let's go. Hey, what we got? Let's do this, man.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. From the 25 on 2nd down, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Lawrence. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, Carter. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. L.A. readies for its next possession. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, he'll get this to Eckler. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Lawrence will throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. He targets Ingram for another grab. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Patterson's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. A handoff. It's Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try the air now with Herbert. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain an 11-point spread. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Now ETN to start the drive. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Over the middle. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the Stix.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. 2nd and goal from the 1. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers will add to their 4th quarter lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Every day, let's do what we do every day. That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. Let's go. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's play. Let's play now, baby. Let's be smart. Let's go, man. Let's be fresh. You just wild out. Let's wild out.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now Lawrence to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll run with Etienne. Dances by him. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Toss left side for Etienne. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. And give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And they'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
On second down, a run with ETN. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And they'll go again with ETN. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Draw play, ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down by 10. A little over 80 ticks to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Throwing now, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And to throw again is Lawrence. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence able to find Jones, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They go play action with Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.